What's up, guys? Welcome back to Robin's Nest. This is... She's Mary. She forgot her name. And I'm Kevin. And today we have a haul video and a mail call. So we're going to combine them together, and we also have another announcement. So we'll do the haul part first. So Mary over here, I don't know if she's allowed to talk yet, but
You told me you didn't want me to get into a rant.
Oh yeah, I told her not to get into a crazy rant, but
I'm not crazy.
So her haul, it's her haul for our boys and ourselves. You got these at Sebastian School.
Mm-hmm.
So Sebastian goes to VPK. He's 5, so he's in pre-K right now, and their school is really good about. They're nonprofit, so they give a lot of donations. They get a lot of donations, and a lot of that just their donations get turned back around and provided to the families. Whether it's grocery stores donating gift certificates, or just flat out like boxed and canned foods, they'll just turn around and they make sure every family like gets goodie bags like around. Did he just come home with like an Easter basket?
Mm-hmm.
Just came home with an Easter basket. They do like Christmas presents, Secret Santas. They do like Thanksgiving. They give each family like not full on dinner, but they give you like ingredients for a dinner.
Well, I think
everything
it
pretty
depends.
much but the turkey.
I think for Thanksgiving, they have either businesses or people in the community that kind of adopt families within the school. So, and I think they kind of let them know like how many people are in your family, what you might need, because we were lucky enough that we didn't need a turkey or anything like that for Thanksgiving, but we know other families within the school that did.
Yeah, so they were giving away
and
turkeys.
they got like a whole meal, like literally a laundry basket full of.
Yeah, because in the
groceries.
area we live at, there's a lot of needy families. So, being a nonprofit organization, they do a lot for the community itself, and it's not just the essentials. They do a lot. They go above and beyond in the community as well, not just in their facility. And the community does a lot for them. So
For the record, we had pizza for Thanksgiving.
we did.
We did.
Domino's, because we don't like turkey.
Right before Black Friday shopping.
And Pizza Hut wasn't open. I don't know why. At least the Pizza Huts in our area weren't open. There were a couple open, but Domino's hooked us up. We got the dinner from them. All right. So her haul video, I'll let her talk about it a little bit. I told her not to extend it too crazy, but she's gonna talk about it, and we'll show you everything we got.
So, I picked up a lot of books for those parents out there. Please read to your kids. Reading is very important. It's just a structure.
For the Spanish-speaking
education.
people, they're libros.
I will fuck you up. Anyways.
I took Spanish 1 for half a semester.
Anyways, he's trying to keep me from not getting on a rant. We believe that reading is very important, and you should start trying to encourage your children to read as much as possible as you should read to them. So I picked up a lot of books. I picked up a good variety of books. We're just going to go into it really quick.
Some of them are for Xander, that he's an early reader. He's in kindergarten, so he's doing a lot of early readers. And a lot of them are books that we know from our childhood, and books that we'll know that they'll get into later on. So we'll just knock them out here real quick. We'll just look at them.
Okay. Hot Soup. It's an early reader. Simple book.
At the Beach. These are all the Harcourt. I don't know, parents, if you guys have young ones. Some of them are really easy, and some of them are assisted reading. So they're literally like, this one's 8 pages long. So.
And then you have books like this one, Kip the Ant.
Again, that one's supposed to be, they'll be able to do it after their sight words. Lots of Jobs. That's what this one's called.
The big log.
This is Cat Dog Dog. I always wanted to just say Cat
Dora,
Dog.
Dora, la exploradora. Dora, Dora, la exploradora.
This is Spider-Man versus Doc Ock. Yeah, he's not going to be able to read this one, but this is one that we'll be able to read to him, or he'll read at a later date.
So this one, Xander definitely can't read, and Sebastian can't read. It's laid out kind of like a comic book style. On the inside, it's The Adventures of Iron Man. I think that the assistant director kind of gave it to Xander because it had Iron Man, and she knows that he loves.
So he can flip through that without ruining my books.
True
We've
that.
been taking Xander and Sebastian to comic book stores, and they want to like look at every book, but they don't understand they're not regular books where people will not buy them if there's like a crease or anything. Which they're not trying to cause any issues with the books, that they just want to look at them. But we have to understand that there's other people. They're not as strong as a normal book. Who Are You, Sue Snoo? So obviously a Dr. Seuss book.
Ice Age, Dose.
Rugrats, Stormy Weather.
The Berenstein Bears.
I Am the Hulk.
Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?
Junk Sweet Junk from the Rugrats. I'm sure this is what Mommy thinks about sometimes with all my collecting.
More Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss is always good. And you know what? I'm going to go off a little bit of a rant and a tangent here. Dr. Seuss books are not cheap. It's very rare if you find them at Goodwill or if you find them at retail, or I shouldn't say retail, but like donation stores, because these are collectibles on their own.
Mm-hmm.
However you think of collectibles, Dr. Seuss books are collectibles. So to find this just as a donation to me was great.
There's this one. The Incredibles Return of the Supers.
If you give a moose a muffin.
If you give a pig a pancake. Trying to find the sets they got kind of mixed up here. Is that it?
Nope.
Oh, there you go.
If you give a mouse a cookie. Those three go together. That's another set of books that are not cheap.
They're not the easiest to find.
They're not the
especially,
easiest to
they're
find.
usually like the quickest to get. Rugrats, the movie. Tommy's New Playmate. That's Dill Pickles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles in a Half Shell.
The Dark Dark Knight.
Another collectible book,
Collectible series.
which is the Mercer Mayors.
She's very she's social emotional, which
Very good.
Xander's really that's where his main focus is. Batman Beyond. So as you see, there's a big variety here.
Powerpuff Girls.
Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase.
Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island.
Scooby-Doo in Jungle Jeopardy.
The Backyardigans.
The Rugrats versus the Monkeys.
Rainbow Fish.
And this one is very interesting. She pointed this one out. And it's hardcover. And if you look on here, again, that is a $16 retail price. This book is pretty much
Brand new.
brand new. And it's called Arrowville. So we'll read this to the boys one day. And she has a special book that she pulled.
So, this last one that I pulled out of the pile, and I will honestly tell you that I threw whatever pile of books I had in my hand at Xander because I spotted this book at the very bottom and I had to grab it because it is one of my all-time favorite books. If you guys don't know, I love to read and I love books. So, when this is like my
I like
favorite book.
audiobooks.
That's, anyways, that's
Still
nice.
a book.
So I saw this, The Giving Tree.
Yeah, his book is definitely his
by
book.
Shel Silverstein, however you want to pronounce it. I love Shel Silverstein. I really do. I actually have a collection of his books. So when I saw this one at the pile, I had to grab it because if you guys don't know the book, pick it up and read it. It's a great metaphor on life when you're speaking to your kids on being appreciative and being grateful and just going and just the changes of life. The Giving Tree really is a great book. So when I saw it, I had to grab it. Even though I already own it, it had to be mine. If it was a pop, you guys would have grabbed it. It was a book, so I grabbed it.
Good?
Yeah. So now we'll go into his unboxing.
Oh, and we started Daredevil today.
Yeah, we started Daredevil today.
So we caved.
Because I finished American Horror Story.
So
4.
we'll get around to our reviews on that. Because eventually we'll get around to different things than just our random collecting, our random
we
toy
said we were going to get into more of our different collectibles.
Yeah, because we have a lot of different things. As we touched on books, you guys know about our pops. You know about all our other kinds of toys. Some of you guys that are new might not know we're big baseball collectors as well. We just have a bunch of random things. Lego.
Well, not random. Because
Well, it's
they
not
mean
random. They mean something to us, but we're not.
We do have different collectibles. We're not just.
We're not like
one...
some channels where if you tune in, it's pretty much, and it's not a knock on anybody, but most of them will cover just vinyl toys, or just comics, or just this, or just that, just pops, whatever it may be. We're kind of all over the place, as you've noticed. Where there's some that we just cover pops. There's some where we've gone to Orlando and pretty much bought no pops, and it was like random stuff and art prints.
The last one.
Like where we bought more art prints and different things. So it's really speak on how we are, where we don't like to just keep on one thing.
Would you say we're a nest of things?
Hence the name. So you know how like birds just collect like
they
all
do
sorts
to make
of
their
things?
nest.
It's pretty much how we are. So it is what it is. So to our mail call. Actually, gotta sharpen it. So I know what it is. I know what it is.
I hope so. You bought it.
Not big online buyer. Well, I am when it comes to certain things. There was a time
like my gifts.
There was a time where I was buying like I would have to buy like baseball cards online, and I would buy them in bunches because if you guys think vinyl toy collecting is expensive, try baseball card collecting, because to get the cards that you want, you would have to buy boxes. Not packs, like you would have to buy boxes. And that adds up real quick.
You don't understand the amount of binders.
So the amount of binders that I spend, and like amount of just like the monster boxes that I buy, or to hold cards of just like the random box.
Let's just say we know IKEA furniture very well.
So you guys are gonna see.
What if he sent you the wrong pop?
Yo, he would have seen this YouTube video on his channel. So I don't know if you guys can see it right there. I kind of got this at a cheaper cost because I bought it without the sticker.
Okay, so can I say something real quick? We have been hunting this pop since we left Virginia. That's the state of Virginia. Right after Christmas, before the New Year's.
Right before the New Year.
We heard
when they were leaking
stopping
online.
At every Target
down I-95
on the way home to Fort Lauderdale.
Any Target that was right off of I-95 between Virginia Beach.
Even then, we come home and they're...
Well, we were finding that all of them had like zeros.
Time out.
And we get to Jacksonville.
Time out. So, there's about 3 Targets from my school to my home. And I want to say that for like 3 weeks straight, twice a week, I would hit up each 3 Targets on the way from school to home searching for this pop.
We've seen a lot of like end caps for these, and they would like we would see all the T-shirts. We would see the Mopsies.
Which you have the T-shirts and you have the Mopsies.
Well,
and
no,
we have the keychains.
Yeah. But like we would see them, and even we stopped in one in Jacksonville, and the guy's like, "Oh no, we don't have anything like that." And I was like, "Hey, but you're online." If some of you guys don't know, like we use the online tracker, and we're like, "It says that you got 12," and he's like, "No, we haven't seen any of that stuff." So I was like, "All right, cool," because it was just like it was the same thing in North Carolina, the same thing in South Carolina, the same thing in Georgia. Mind you, this was like, I guess when just the West Coast was getting them, so they didn't get out here yet. But we were shopping, we were walking around like in a seasonal area, and the guy tracked us down. He's like, "Hey, I got something. I don't know if these are it," but he showed us, and it was like the Mopsies. And so we picked up one. We picked up the...
It was our first Mopsie. It was the blue
right?
one.
It was the X-Men suit. So we picked him up.
Which you didn't have the pop.
Which we didn't have, and we didn't have the pop at that time. So we picked him up, and then even when we came down to Florida, like they were starting to show up, but we only had like the shirts and the Mopsies and the Pocket Pops, or not the Pocket Pops, the keychains. But we have never seen down here. We've never seen
Even
the Daredevil, not even the
Valentine's Day?
Daredevil, not even the...
Even when we went to... Even when we went up to Orlando, Tampa for Valentine's Day, and we checked over there.
I'm sure they were already cleared out.
We couldn't find them.
But we didn't see
no,
one
because
Nemesis.
Remember, you were told that in Lakeland there was a Target that had it, and when we hit up that Target, they didn't have it. So we can honestly say that we never found this pop.
Yeah, and that's my philosophy on things is I'm gonna look out in the stores until I know they're pretty much not gonna get restocked. Target's had a couple exclusives since then, so it is what it is. So I had to, and since we are gonna be out of the box collectors, here he is. It's bath time. So I had to do what I had to do. As you guys know, Starfire, I had an issue with getting Starfire from Toys R Us, so I ended up just buying her online. So if I know it's something I can't get anymore out, or even just lucky enough to find it on out in the wild,
In the wild.
I'll spring for it online as long as it's a reasonable price. I'm not one of those like, oh, I have to have it first. I have to have it first at the price. It's not worth it to me. But yes, he's another one in my continuing goal of collecting the Deadpool pops. Oh, you have to get the other stuff we got the other day.
Say what?
The door.
Jesus. Hold on, guys.
We forgot. I forgot about it. But we did go Sunday. We went to, we were going to go to Tate's. Because Mary realized we have not gone to Tate's at all this week. Which is very odd since we've found Tate's. We have not really spent a week where, because usually I go out for comic book release day. Which is Wednesdays, if you guys don't know. And so we had to pick some stuff up. So I do not have this, and she asked me if I did, and I was like, I don't think so. Which I don't think I do. It's the pirate. We have the pirate pop. So we have the pirate Dorbs Deadpool. So there he is.
Kevin did not want to pick this up. And for a change, I had to pull rank and be like, no.
Yeah, she pulled rank,
We're
and
getting it.
she really liked it, so I was iffy on it because I don't have the original 5 of the series, and Green Ranger to me is not one of the original 5, so
okay, so here's my thing.
And it's the second
is
one.
I am not a collector of sets. I am a collector of what I like. So, I also like a lot of cover art when it comes to comic books. Even though I love to read, I really don't have time to sit down and read the comic books and read them in order and try to get them in order. but I do love art very much. So the cover art to me is also very important. So when I saw this one, I had to have it. To me, it, even if we didn't have the other ones, we needed to have this one.
So it's the second printing of the Green Ranger cover of issue 0. You see it there. It's obviously it's Tommy, the Green Ranger's helmet, with Rita holding it. If you guys haven't seen the other covers, it's the Rangers themselves holding their own helmets.
But he's in the reflection
if
of the eyes.
you guys see it right, let's see if I can get it. You see his power shield right there, or the shield armor, in the reflection of the helmet. If you guys haven't read this, there's a reason why she's holding his helmet. If you guys have never watched Power Rangers, I don't know why you care.
Listen, I really like this cover because I feel that even though the protagonist, for those of you who don't know, the main character, the good guy, is important, the antagonist, which is the bad guy, the villain, I feel is just as important, because you could have a really good guy, but if you don't have a really bad guy, it's not going to make sense. The story's not going to flow. And I felt like growing up, Rita was that bad guy in Power Rangers. So, I mean, to me, it really just was significant in my childhood, especially because we've had quite a few debates on the Green Ranger going bad. It's been a debate in my house. Anyways, so I really liked the cover art. I really liked the significance of her on the cover, because all of the other covers didn't. I don't think any of the Power Ranger comic books that have been out have had the villain on it. Right? She's the first one.
Yeah, because she is. They've only had issue 0, and then they just released issue 1, and in May they'll issue 2.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is that usually you have all of the good guys on the cover, and I feel that the bad guy is important too.
Like I said, issue 1 has like 20 variant covers or something crazy like that. So there's a lot of variant covers out there, and I'm just trying to think. No, they haven't, because of the fact that it's an introductionary book, pretty much. Like, it's starting at the battle of the Green Ranger fighting his inner self.
Oh, you mean it goes back to the poster?
Wanting to be good, but...
You mean the artwork that we got of the two of the half Green Ranger, half White Ranger?
Well, no, because he's not at that point yet. But
I understand.
Yeah, he's fighting himself, trying to fit in himself, and then fighting like the control that Rita has over him. So, read the book. And there's also like the back book issue. There's like the Adventures of Bulk and Skull, which is pretty funny. If you guys don't know who Bulk and Skull is, why?
I need to figure that out.
Power Rangers. So, the reason why I was iffy about this cover is because now I want to go back and collect all the other covers, which I think we have 3. This was another...
I think we have 4.
She thinks we have 4. I think we have 3.
I remember him telling me I have all of the easy ones to get.
Except the Red Ranger.
I don't... Right. That's what I'm so sure we had this conversation. You're like, oh, I don't have the red, and it's going to be hard to find. And
Alright, well, this video is going on a lot longer than I thought it was. So, the announcement. We had... I think... Did we say we had an announcement? So, we got an announcement. So,
unless you want to make a whole other video for the announcement.
We have...
And you can cut this one short.
We have... Okay. We reached the goal, our first benchmark of... We got 50 subscribers.
Whoop, whoop.
So, thank you guys to the new subscribers. Thank you to the older subscribers, those of you who've been here for like a month, for sticking around. And
I hope we entertain you enough.
Yeah. In the least. So we will have a video where you guys will be able to submit your answers to questions and be able to give back questions.
Now, are we going to answer the questions first, or are we going to answer our questions last?
No. We'll give our questions, and then we'll answer them.
Okay.
Our questions.
All right.
Because it's only fair for us to ask you, and then we'll tell you right away. And then you can give us questions. So we'll we'll do that. It's a giveaway. It's a hidden giveaway, so whoever does get the win, we'll explain a little more. But it'll be like randomized after you submit all your answers, whether it be comment, video post, whatever. We'll give you all the details on that. It'll be a mix of our random stuff that we want to share with you, and you can give us some feedback on some of your fandoms, and we'll make a little box for you then. Cool? Cool with you?
I don't think I have an option.
She doesn't. She's stuck. So keep an eye out for that. It'll be definitely here before the end of the week. We gotta make some questions. Well, what's today? Tuesday.
Almost Wednesday.
It'll be here before Friday. So just keep an eye out for that. I'm sure we will bombard social media with it once it's up, and then you guys will have your chance.
Are we going to be able to agree on questions by then?
Yeah, we'll be able to get something. So Deadpool. I can't get it out. So recapping Deadpool, Power Rangers. I said something funny. She's probably gonna say, "That's what she said." And a lot of books.
I wasn't gonna say
So that's the
anything.
recap. Don't pay attention to her. She needs to go to bed. She's got work early in the morning. So yeah, we'll catch you guys later.
Bye, guys.